Hey everybody, ModelMan here with FlightLog 26 on the Jupiter 2. And I kind of wish I got a shot of this before I painted it. It was silver and it was looking kind of corroded. I thought the surface was actually being eaten up, but it turns out that it's all nice and smooth. And I really didn't want silver on the inside because initially I was thinking silver would help bounce the light around, but I really want the light to be absorbed as much as possible. So this is really, it's a gray right now. I'm probably going to do a black layer just to help kill the light, though the ceiling is going to go 1706 unless I put a fake ceiling in there. So we'll see how that goes. This entire area could be all 1706. On the outside, the scratches and dings that I was worried about were not things to worry about. Even that big looking scratch. Can I get it? And yeah, there it is. So even that scratch is not a real scratch. But what's given me some trouble is definitely this repair here so far. It's not hiding very well at all. But hopefully a little more work, a little more sanding, a little more love, it'll go away. One layer of spray paint I did put out a bunch of chunks, so I'm going to have to sand all that down. But otherwise, oh yeah, and of course I still have to patch this guy here. Here's one part of the original plastic. I think that goes on this side here, so I'm still missing about half, maybe 40% of it. I don't know that I'll actually replace it with the original, or if I'll just come up with some other solution. We'll see how that goes. So we'll put this back into here for now, and we'll pull out the floor here. This has gotten really dusty in the last few days with all the sanding and drilling and stuff that I've done. So on the outside here, I'm going to have to put a little bit of a cone to simulate the look in the show, and there's also distance between the outer wall and the inner wall, so that will help solidify that. I cut the ceiling off here to help get the fit right for the outer hull. This finally fits. What I may still do though is there's an LED tape strip under here, and this just barely fits. I might actually position it down here somewhere and cut this a lot further and just slant it off completely. You can see there's a bit of a wiggle going on with the floor. That's because the pin has actually failed on this. So you can definitely see how much of a gap is going on there. It's fairly significant. And cruising over to this side, I'm not rushing to glue this wall down. I will be building a framework. I think I mentioned that in the previous flight log. I've got a fiber optic up this guy here with a few lights. There's a fake floor going in here. The frames will go across right there, up the sides, over the top, and back down again. And I think that's one of the tubes. I got to re-glue that in. Well, I got to redo all of those completely anyway. Still got to put the lids on them. And I'm probably going to drill a hole above each one of those and drop an LED facing down into there. From what I've been able to tell of the show, these tubes were lit from the top and the bottom. The bottom has a big flashing color from, well, the bottom, and that's only seen in the very first episode. But in a number of other episodes, it does look like there's the faintest hint of light coming off the top of these. So once the top of the silver things go in, I still got to modify them. They're somewhere over here. Oh, and of course, speaking of over here, there's those computer boxes there that still need to be painted and finished. So this lid will be on by the end of this particular flight log, and I think, yeah, the ceiling, that is, not the lid, the outer hull itself. And then FlightLog 27 is going to fully start the electronics. There's probably going to be a little of that here and there. I don't know if the fiber optics will start happening in this particular FlightLog, but we'll see. So I think that pretty much covers this overview for FlightLog 26 pretty well. And yeah, let's kick into it. Let's see what's next.